for joining me. My name is Janice from Joyful Heart Yoga. And if you like what you see here, feel free please to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can continue to practice with me and let me know what you want to see in the future. So today we're going to do just a short sequence coming into triangle and side angle. So we can find our mountain pose, just allowing ourselves to take a couple breaths, coming into the present, connecting with the breath. And then as you inhale, take a nice deep breath in, reach the arms up. Exhale, let it go. One more like that. Inhale, sweeping up. And exhale, let it go. And we'll open the legs up into a straddle position. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold, stop halfway. So you have a nice flat back, hands find your thighs. There's engagement in the belly. And then begin to just bend one knee and then the other. Rock yourself a little bit side to side. And come back through center. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So you might like to have a block, and you can have two, you can have them on each side, or you just bring it with you. So from this straddle position, we're going to let our feet turn slightly inward. We're going to let the right foot rotate open. We'll start to stack that knee over the ankle. Bring your left hand to your hip. The block is in your right hand. Reach it out. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to reach and then start to lower the block towards the floor. So your hand might rest on your thigh here, actively pushing away, pressing through your left foot, or your hand might come to a block, and it could be any height, but remembering that you don't have to touch the floor. Really want you to think about sinking in the hips and opening up the body. Top hand can stay here on your hip or come to the low back, or perhaps you reach the arm overhead, or for that extended side angle, we reach the arm overhead, palm towards the floor, fingers reaching, pressing and lengthening here. And then bringing that hand back to the hip. Take your block with you, rise up. Let your toes turn back to center. We'll switch hands with the block. Let your left foot rotate. Stack the knee over the ankle. Right hand to the hip. Take a breath in, lengthen, reach. And when you can't reach any further, let that block come down. So as you drop it, again, you might decide to let your forearm rest on your thigh, or it might reach to the block. So you can see even on me, easier to do on one side than the other. So sometimes less is more, not forcing it. Top hand to the hip, maybe extending to the sky, or reaching the arm overhead. Actively pressing through your right foot. Breathing here. And then bringing that top hand to your hip, grabbing your block, rising up, letting your toes turn back to center. And we'll do the other side for triangle. So toes, rotate the right foot, left hand to the hip. Take a breath in, legs stay straight, hip shift back, reach. Let that block start to come towards the floor, opening up. And again, for triangle, you might change the height of the block. Any height that feels best for you today. Top hand can stay on the hip, the low back. Reach it up to the sky, or that extended variation, reaching the arm overhead, palm towards the floor. And then bringing that top hand to the hip, grabbing your block, softening the knee, coming up, letting the toes turn back to center, switching the hands for the block, And then the left leg rotates. Right hand to the hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, reaches your hip shift back, and then allow the block to come down. If the block is too far away, the hand on the thigh, the shin, opening up. Top hand can stay, extend to the sky, or extend overhead. Breathing here. Now we bring that top hand back to the hip. And go ahead and grab our block as we come back up. Let the toes come to center. And we'll take a fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. So you might stop halfway or bring that block center any height and allow yourself to fold over the legs or between the legs. Engage through the belly. Your knees might soften. Hands can come to the thighs, or you can reach them all the way overhead. Exhale, bringing the hands to the heart, and walk your feet together. Take a nice deep breath in, let it go. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.